Welcome back everyone to Pinetopia. After that little ordeal in the nether, I'm having a look at building my little work/warehouse area. Now in order to be able to keep the villagers from picking up on it or anything like this, I'm going to build it 50 blocks away from the village. Because a villager, if you they were looking for a job, could pick up apparently on a point of interest within 50 blocks of them. So I'm going to build it way down here, which is 50 blocks from the edge of the fence there. So there's no way in the world a villager can pick it up. That little area there is the current location of my cattle farm. I'll probably expand that into a proper ranch as I go through there. And right down here would be the perfect place where I want. I'll have a warehouse where I'm going to store bulk materials and also an area for workstations. Now, what else do we have here? Oh yes, this is the village itself. There is our island with the enchantry. So let's head over to the actual work site, and I'll be spending a bit of time there. I'll need a way in order to protect that area also, because I do occasionally spawn pillagers coming in here and giving me a bad day, and it appears that because of where pillagers like to spawn, they have a habit of spawning out in this area because that direction is all ocean just about. So the pillagers really like coming up all around these areas here, and I guess trying to head to the village. And they tend to start swimming through this river, and when I start seeing them fording that river, that's usually when I go and catch them. Which is why it's fortunate that I have the cattle farm here, because I wind up using milk in order to get rid of the bad omen effect. And I'm also wanting to plant some oak so that I can, so I'll do that there. And the idea of the oak is so I can finish building this road here, because I have this oak road that connects the village. It's going to go by the cattle ranch and to this little industrial area, and then heads off that way towards the direction of the spider farm, which it's not quite going there all the way yet. It gets about halfway there, but maybe someday I will finish that little project. But that's an off-camera project, because the main project I want to do right now is to get my warehouse here. And the first thing I need to do is plan out where's the warehouse and where is the work area. Maybe it'll be just one big building. Of course, one big, huge rectangular building would look horrible. So how about if I have 3 wings for my compound, animal, vegetable, and mineral. And that way the animal part of the compound could be where I have the cattle. Good. Then vegetable, I could have various farms and the like there, so I could grow various things, because right now my personal farms I have are on the outside, but they're on the outside off the map. And I'd like to have all my significant builds related to this village on the map. Yes, the spider farm and the like, well, no way that's getting on the map, but that's another matter. But I figured then I could have it come in here, a little central area here, an entry to the compound where I can get in and out, and that could be a nice defense post in case pillagers come around or other nasties. Then we can have a wing here for the animals, a wing here for the oh, actually, mineral will probably be better here, since that can lead into this mine right over here. Now I don't want to actually have any workstations over on this side of the road, because this side of the road is getting within 50 blocks of the village, and I don't want any workstations on the on this side of the road. So therefore, animal, mineral here, as in this could be our vegetable area. and we had nice large areas for farms, both of the tree variety and of other types of areas. Okay, I think that's a good idea. On second thought, since I have this existing already, perhaps I shall extend this by having the area have a natural growth from here. Actually, let me see, because the eventual plan is to meet up right here. Good. And I figured this would be a good place for our gate. And the idea is to enclose all the stuff that I have on those torches there. That was my original idea of how to plan this out, but now I'm thinking of including the cattle pen area and extending it. The idea is extend this out a little bit like this, come up with a new border for the cattle are, that way they won't be as cramped as they are right now, because I'm sure they're not appreciating the current tightness of their quarters. There you go. If you recall, when I was lighting up the village, I was wanting to speak with a trader who had a trade for some coral. We have a choice between horn coral and brain coral. I think I'll prefer the brain coral, so I'll get some of that. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's try... This is going to be very expensive if I get quite a number of them. Alright, let's try this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get 5 of those. And... also going to get an oxide daisy. I think that'll do for now. Thank you very much. Yep, that is my first oxide daisy because it just told me that I can make a pattern from it. Alright, so that takes care of that. So let's get back to my new building area. Here we are back at the building site. I have fenced in the area where I plan to make my build. I first have the little cattle area here, which I have expanded. Well, I've expanded how much area there is for it, but I haven't released the cattle yet. Of course, what I did was use up my axe. I'm still going to need some getting some new tools after what happened in the last episode and everything. Okay, good. They have a lot more room in which to walk about, which hopefully will make them happy. There you go. Enjoy the new space. And I also got some sheep. I went all the way down there from where I've seen some sheep in the past, and there you go. And I'll start slowly breeding those up so that I can have a nice source of wool. So that will be the animal section of my little area here, which means that this area is we're going to have the, I guess, vegetable and mineral. Down here, I guess, would be the vegetable to the mineral to process the ores and stuff, which I get from the mine that I have down there. And I presume then that this will leave this area for vegetable, where I will have I guess, various farms here, and then have a grange here where I'm going to keep all the stuff I collect from them stored. I presume then right over at this end here I'll probably have some sort of shed which is going to keep the wool, the meat, and all that stuff, and leather that I collect from there. Oh yes, I not only have a grange here, but I need a lumber yard, because I am going to need massive amounts of stuff in order to store all the wood that I have. Because currently I have it down there at the main base, and I used to keep it in barrels, but the barrels were tempting the... Let's see, what would be a good place for these? Because if we have the farms over here, you could put the... Alright, I could have this as my little lumber storage area. Then I could probably have a couple more places here where I could be storing my grains and the like. Actually, barrels, they make more sense for food because barrels sound like a perfect thing for storing food now that I think of it. Yeah, I'm going to move that so that it's more appropriate to fit with the food. Of course, food barrels. Now, that's very definitely a thing. Alright. 4. Oh. And 5, 6, 7, 8. I have to see how much different types of food I actually get an opportunity to make there. Back in the village for a moment. Let's have a chance to place these down and see what kind of effect they have. Let's put one there. One there. One there. Take a little breath. How about one there? 1, 2, 3, 4. How about... No. Yep, right back here. Well, maybe that wasn't the best way of doing that. Alright, that gives us 5. It appears that this golem decided to have a little bit of a swim. Oh well, or more of a wade, I guess. I guess the iron golem doesn't swim all that much. Now, let's see. How does this work? Alright, that's how that works. Ah, of course. If I bone meal it, it'll only spread to an adjacent block if that adjacent block is a living coral. So my spreading them out like this is probably not the best idea, so I'll either need 4 more sea pickles. So I could put 1 in each and then bone meal that. Actually, that might be a good idea to do it for there, and then of course maybe some more sea pickles to have more areas, some of them next to it. Unfortunately, I'll need silk touch. Of course, the other idea is if I could get some silk touch, then I could just harvest the sea pickle. Right? Oh, do you need silk touch to harvest sea pickle? Let's test that out. See if I... Alright, I get 4 sea pickles from that. So I could just hit it with my hand and that'll do. Alright, good. Wasn't as... Alright. Wasn't going to be as bad as I thought it was going to be. Oh, then my... Oh well. There you go. And... What did I do with that? Oh, there it is. Ah, there you go. Then the last one goes there. Good, and I just give them a little bit of that. I suppose I'll have to wait till dusk before I know how well it's lit. Now, can I put the sea pickles anywhere? Yeah, I could put the sea pickles on other locations so they could at least get some light, even if they aren't going to... They won't grow or anything like that, but they'll at least give me more areas that are lit all around here. So I can have some single sea pickle areas all about, in addition to the main sea pickle areas that are on the coral. Okay, that'll work. Sunset is now approaching, and it's a good opportunity to see how the sea pickles are doing from the point of view of illumination. Now, the ones with a single block on them won't illuminate too much, but I can always create more pickles by bone mealing by taking them off the coral and growing more that way, so that won't be any problem. But it's now getting to be dark. Now, if everything is properly lit up, I don't know what that's doing there. If everything is now properly lit up, there should be absolutely no trouble with anything intruding into this village. And if there is, fortunately the villagers are all asleep, and I've got 4 golems patrolling the street. And maybe I should stay near a cat so a creeper won't come near me. But yes, everything seems to be nice and lit up down here. Very good. Actually, it might be better to see it from a distance to see how well it's lit up. Yeah. Alright, and compare it to this where that should be a little bit darker on there. I suppose if something might spawn down there if I didn't light that up properly. Hopefully this is all lit up and I don't get to my bed with a creeper exploding next to me. But there you go. It looks like that will do. So let's get back to the farm. We have some burning zombies outside of the village, though the golems seem to be making short work of them. That's good. And it looks like everything else inside is all right. That's good. That means either I was too close to any dark spots or there weren't any dark spots. Either way, it looks like my villager survived. Well, I guess I'll only find that out when I do a census at some point in the near future. But I don't see any zombie villagers. I guess that's a step in the right direction. And I don't need that to be like that. So let's get back to our farm and see how things are doing over there. And hopefully I won't run into any creepers, because that will be the main thing to give me a bad day. Before I dole out the food to their proper barrels, I am putting them into individual ones first to make sure that I've got the right proportion of everything. So therefore I have this column is for apples and the things related to apples. Here for beets. I've yet to grow any beets, but that I can do. Perhaps have alternating wheat and beets, because every video about farming tells me how alternating gives you faster growth. Then I can have berries, where I don't know if I'm actually going to grow berries yet, but presume a barrel reserved for that. Then we've got melons. And then mushrooms. We've got 2 types of mushrooms. We could have the mushrooms over here. Berries, mushrooms, potatoes. I haven't done much with potatoes yet. I guess I could be a 3rd crop to grow in the main crop section. Sugarcane is being grown over there, so I might just expand the area where I'm growing sugarcane and have plenty of that there. And then wheat. Is there something I am missing here? Of course, carrots. I've yet to see a carrot in game. It'd be nice if I could find some carrots at some point, because carrots are good for helping to make golden carrots. I won't have to depend on villager trading in order to get it, but for now I haven't seen any yet in game. And probably the easiest place to get some would be from a village, and there weren't any in this village. I did check one other village, which was way off. A pretty bad village, and I don't remember seeing any actual farms there. It was a pathetic village. So there is that too. And I don't remember seeing any carrots there. So no carrots any place that I've seen so far. So I'm not going to worry about reserving a barrel for that. So if I do that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, see, so I already have 8 just with this anyway. And if for some reason I do find some carrots, then maybe I could just substitute carrots for something else that's already in here. But that'll probably be for another day. For now, I've got 8 different crops, and that means 1 crop for each of these barrels. So between episodes, I will go and transfer all this to the proper locations, and next time we are going to lay out the actual farm. And then consider my big storage area. Oh yeah, have my wood storage area for my design my lumber yard, and then once the lumber yard, then head off into the various mineral storage area, which I'm sure is going to take up quite a bit of stuff. Oh yes, I need a storage area for wool. Wools and dyes. I'll have to figure that out next time too. But that's it for today, and this is Pineleaf Noodles reminding you to mine responsibly.